What's up, everybody? Trey Griggs here with Beta Consulting Group, coming to you live today from St. Louis for episode 97 of The Word on the Street, powered by Beta Consulting Group. We got a great street crew coming at us today. It's going to be awesome. But before we do that, I got to give a little shout out to my boy Ryan Rogers. He's the CEO of TextLocate, and he founded a little apparel company called Silver Fox. And this is the latest shirt that I just got yesterday. Very, very excited about that. If you guys have not had a Silver Fox shirt, you are definitely missing out. Do me a favor. Go to silverfox.style and check out the shirts and the hats that they got over there. Really cool hat right here. If you put in coupon code BETA10, BETA 10, going to give you 10% off. All right, that's enough talk. It's time to bring in the street crew. We got a first timer today. Pretty excited about this. I think I'm going to bring him up first. Well, actually, maybe I'll wait on that. I'm going to bring him up a little bit later on. Let's bring in some of the regulars. First of all, you know him, you love him. He's the strongest man in logistics, coming to us today from Orlando. Give it up for Beefcake Robert Bain. What's up, brother?
Yeah. I said I feel invisible. It's 100 niggas in the spot.
I love it. Love it.
Just hoping you can hear that.
Love it, man. Coming to us from the hotel. Got it, man. Good to see you as always. The beer game is on point as always.
Good to be
as
seen.
everybody knows. All right, this next guy knows all the lyrics to every song. Let's see if he has any walk-up music, or he's just going to sing a cappella today. Give it up for Justin Shepard, everybody. What do you got, man? A little electric.
This is going way back to high school baseball days.
Dude, that's a ways back. That's for sure. I love it. All right, coming to us from across the pond, everybody. Hasn't been here for a while, but this is my second time seeing him today. He was my guest today on episode 9 of Standing Out. Give it up for Nick Rumor. What's up, Nick? How's it going, brother? We got any music? Can't hear it. Are you muted? You're muted. Oh, you muted yourself. Oh, epic fail. Uh-oh. We'll have to work on that for next time. All right, coming to us from the ski slopes out in Denver. It's my good friend, author and founder, women's CEO of Zen Freight Solution. Give it up for Raquel Packets. What's up, Raquel?
Good morning.
We got any music? What is going on? In the car? I love it.
Oh.
Coming from anywhere. The street crews come from anywhere. So good. So good. All right. You've heard this lady on her own podcast, Work Life 360. She's a doctorate. She's a hiker. She's phenomenal. Give it up for Rhonda Bopinsa Zimmerman. Help me, Rhonda. Help me. What do you got? Nice. Love
South
it.
Philly gal.
Oh, there you go. Eye of the tiger. I like that. Very good. Very good. All right. Also coming to us from Chicago. Actually, not also, because Bain is not in Chicago today. But coming to us from Chicago, my man, Rob Bussey of BWS Logistics. What's up, Rob? Oh,
What's
Rob's
up?
going with the Jordan theme. I like it.
How's everybody today?
We're gonna have to work
Let's
on
get
the
ready.
of these. I should
For a
change
great
it.
show.
From North Carolina I should
With
probably do that.
Trey Griggs from Beta Consulting Group.
I love it. Maybe I'll have to get you to do the voiceover for that next time. All right. This woman loves her kids, but sometimes you wouldn't know it. Recent sign up for the Word on the Street Tough Mudder Charity Challenge. Give it up for Diana Guzman, everybody.
Oh, that's great.
I only say that because she's not afraid to drop an F-bomb around her kids. I love it. Be authentic, everybody. Be true to yourself. That's here. What's up, Diana? How are you today?
Hey,
How's the workouts been going for the Tough Mudder Charity Challenge? I know you're working on
he's
that.
muted.
I'm muted.
Oh,
Sorry,
there
I'm at
you
work
are.
and I can't find my earbuds. So
That's all right. Keep working and keep finding those buds. That'll be good. All right.
Diana, put yourself on mute. You talk, and even if you're muted, I'll just say what I think that you're saying.
There you go.
Justin, I love it.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with
Awesome.
it.
Excellent. All right. Next up, coming to us from, I don't know where this guy's actually coming from. I keep forgetting where he's from, but he's a newbie. First timer on the Word on the Street, everybody. Give it up for Hayden Allred. Hayden, where?
Shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
See, this guy knows how to make an entrance. That's why he's a part of the street crew right there. Love it.
Rob Dallas.
I love it.
Hayden's
Thanks
got
for
some
joining,
stones, man. Hayden's got some stones.
Hayden does have some stones. He's coming at Robert Bain. I love it. All right. Okay, everybody. Last but not least, this guy used to be part of the street crew. I don't know if we can claim him anymore because now he pretty much is a special guest doing his own thing, whatever. Give it up, everybody, for the freight coach and co-founder of BrokerCarrier.com, which we're going to talk about today. Our boy, Chris Jolly.
Hey,
What do you got?
Everybody want to be a coke boy. Everybody got a job. Everybody get money. Everybody sitting from the hood. Everybody.
What up?
Bunch of gangsters up in here. I love it. That's how we roll around here. Very good. Chris Jolly, what's up, man? How you doing, man? How's Phoenix?
I'm doing well. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little hurt by that statement there that I'm not a part of this anymore.
Well, I mean, you're always a part of it, but you've kind of like graduated to special guest.
I wouldn't say I
status now.
graduated. You're like I brought up, Trey. You're going to be there now when your business is growing. That it's you're going to have to make some tough choices. And I want to be here every Friday. I just have clients that need my attention.
You got work, you know. What's up, Scott Wantanami, Freight Sensei? Thanks for joining, buddy. Appreciate you being in the comments.
You got get him invited. Scott, give Trey your information.
DM me, buddy. Yeah, send me your email. You can get on this. Absolutely. And then, it's the first 10 that show up. And sorry, Nico, you're number 11. My bad, bro. Hold tight. You just might get in the show if somebody drops out. Raquel might hit the slopes, and then you're in. You never know. There's a good chance today because she's coming remote. So
Robert
we'll
likes
kind
to
of see what
downhill
happens.
ski.
Yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. All right, everybody. Hey, listen. So we're going to talk to the freight coach about his stuff here in a little bit. But before that today, we're actually going to switch things up today. We're going to do a little This Week in Pictures to get things kicked off. There's a lot of things going on, and nobody in the group, by the way, sent me any pictures, so it's all my stuff. So here we go. Check out some of this stuff. And also, Aaron Smetic, thanks for joining the waiting room. We'll see if you get in the green room later on. All right, so this week's This Week in Pictures, Word on the Street Week in Pictures. A lot of stuff happened this week. A lot of cool things, some weird stuff. We're going to go through a lot of things, and then little sentimental things at the end, just for you guys. So first off, I don't know if you guys follow Twitter parenting. It is hilarious. So we got some really good tweets. I want to read just a couple of these if you can read them. First one is, I tried one of my daughter's fruit snacks and somehow forgot they're just candy. Been giving my 3-year-old candy every day for 2 years, and now she's totally obsessed and addicted. You win again, America. Anybody do that? Like realize that the food that you're giving your kids is crap? Anyone else realize that?
Yeah, guilty.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Or I like this one here. It's hard to read a little bit, but it says, let's get married and have kids. So instead of a romantic Valentine's dinner, we can all fight about 5th grade math homework and have macaroni and cheese again. That is the truth right there. That's parenting if I've ever seen it.
That's
right
funny.
There. Yeah, there's some good ones out there. So if you just go on Twitter and go to best tweets about parenting or something like that, you'll find there's actually some categories on there that are pretty good. Here's a couple more. My 4-year-old got into some glitter. He's now fabulous until further notice. But my favorite is this one right here. This is the exchange between a 4-year-old and a dad. 4-year-old says, "Daddy, do you have any bat cheese?" Bat cheese? Yes, bat cheese. Why are you asking for bat cheese? For my car. Batteries. You need batteries, not bat cheese. Boy, that's parenting too, man. How many times have you misunderstood your kids and not gotten very far with it? So love that. Pretty good time on Twitter parenting. So a lot of those on there. We'll put this on the show notes so you guys can see this a little later on. But we had a couple other things going on. Check this out. Manhattan rents are rising at all-time high. Dude, does anybody still live in Manhattan? Are there people that still live there or people wanting to move there? I've only known a few people in New York and none of them live there anymore. So I don't know who they're raising rents for, but they're at an all-time high.
Like that's where Chris's second house is.
It's going to be. Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't live in New York City. You couldn't pay me.
You
It'd
know,
be fun to visit. That's it.
I bet you they could pay you.
Even that's debatable.
it's possible.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, speaking of rising prices, so we've got two things going on. We got Americans stressing over inflation and the Ukraine war. At the same time, we're starting to see some gas thieves, everybody. So if you're not parking in the garage, make sure that can you put a lock on they used to make locks for gas for gas cans. They don't do that anymore for those. They put something on. I mean, I don't know what are you gonna do about that if somebody tries to steal your gas. And by the way, it's siphoning, right? Don't you have to siphon it with your mouth, or are there machines to do this?
Who would have thought relaxed crime laws would increase theft?
It's amazing. I know. Who would have thought that? I don't know.
No, we just send a really caring person to tell them they're doing wrong and they need to think about what they've done while they run off with their fucking gas.
I just want Robert to arrest me.
Okay, I don't know where that's going. That's just weird. I'm not sure about that. Now, on some good news,
That's for another show.
on some good news, maybe for some on the show in particular, the MLB is going to have a season. It's supposed to start on April 14th. So, it's back. So we'll see how that goes. But apparently a lockout didn't last too long. I'm not sure who gave. I would have a feeling that, unfortunately, the players probably gave, but maybe the owners gave this time. I don't know. We'll find out. It'll be interesting to see. Who's excited about watching some baseball? Rob, I think you're pretty excited about that, right?
Oh yeah, there's concessions on both sides, but the players' minimum salary I think went up to like $770. So that's not terrible.
You know what's interesting about that? I want to talk about that for a minute. So, 770 is a good amount to make for playing baseball, especially if it's like your first year, maybe you're, just a utility player or something like that. But when you think about everything else that they get their travel, their meals, their hotels, everything else paid for. And then you think about a sport like golf, where literally if you don't make the cut, you don't get anything. And these guys are some of the best athletes, best players in the world now playing golf. Isn't that crazy how some sports are set up to where you get all these kind of, benefits and perks, and other sports, it's all on your own. It's like the only commission sport that in tennis where you got to make your way. It's crazy.
But what's not being talked about though, Trey, is the amount of time that those players have to cut their teeth in the minor leagues for $12 an hour, essentially, to get to make 700,000.
Well, hey,
live and sleep on someone's couch.
Minor league golf is no different, and it's even harder to get to.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's like, it's just like those coaches, because everybody's like, oh, coaches make so much money, but it's like, I forget who got hired as a head coach recently that talked about that when they finally got promoted to a coordinator position, they were finally able to pay off like $250,000 in like credit card debt and everything else that they had to, so again, it's like, it's not saying that it doesn't go without sacrifice to get to that point.
Oh, for sure. But my question, I guess, is this: it's more on the PGA Tour. Do you think that the PGA Tour would ever say, hey, we're going to give every player that qualifies for the PGA Tour and plays an event like a minimum salary? Like, it's just crazy how much money the PGA Tour makes. They don't do it.
Is the PGA Tour going to unionize? That's the big difference. There's a reason why they have these minimum salaries is because these guys are unionized versus the PGA Tour where they're all individual. And there's no right or wrong to this, by the way. But that's just the way they've chosen.
That's a great point. They really don't have a lot of collective bargaining. They're out there on their own, kind of doing their own thing. And that,
Trey, let me ask you this though. Well, Jared Wolf is a friend of yours. Does he sponsored was when he was on the Corn Ferry Tour? Did he have an apparel deal for like clubs and everything and stuff like that then, or was that earned after he had some success on that tour?
Yeah, it's a good question. So sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. Certain manufacturers will give you equipment because they're hoping and betting that you'll make it. Yeah. But like for example, he lost his Corn Ferry Tour card and had to go to PGA Tour Latino America, and Adidas took away his shoe deal. So he no longer got shoes. So now he had to buy his own shoes again. And as soon as he won, he's like, can I get that shoe deal back now? So it's a little bit conditional in that regard. But yeah, and then they do have sponsorships, especially if they're smart. They're going to get sponsorships. They're going to cover a lot of their costs. But even that's just covering their travel. A lot of times they're not making a ton of money off of that. They really have to perform in order to get it. And you can get somebody who, gets injured in Major League Baseball and they're going to make $25 million because that was their contract. And it doesn't matter if they play one inning or not. So it's just very different. But Bain, I think you make a good point. Not being unionized has been a real problem for the PGA Tour.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm completely distracted by Raquel. So I didn't hear a word that you said.
What is going on with Raquel? What are you doing there? She's going through the parking garage now.
I had to get my
swag bags. I had to get these all out. And we're
look at those. Hey, show those off. Those are Zen Freight Solutions swag bags, everybody. Check this out. And there's John. There's the man. Look at this.
Oh, can you just focus on that handsome fella back there? Hey, John.
Look at that. Going to be passing out the swag bags.
It is like 10 degrees here. It's so cold.
Well, yeah, cold. Midwest in the winter. But hopefully the snow will be good. So
yes,
that'll be good. All right. In additional news, speaking of the PGA Tour, a big thing this week, my boy Tiger Woods went into the World Golf Hall of Fame. One of the few sports where you enter the Hall of Fame before you're done. He's coming back, everybody. He's going to play more, I'm sure. But he went into the Hall of Fame. His daughter gave the speech. She's 14 or 15, did a phenomenal job of introducing her dad. Very, very cool. And he entered the Hall of Fame, which was awesome. He was very emotional about that. He talked only about his childhood and everything up to 1999. He did not talk about anything after 1999. And he spoke for 17 minutes when he was supposed to speak for 7. I guess when you're the GOAT, they don't really care how long you go. There's nobody pulling you off.
I'm not going to try and cut him off.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go up and be like, Tiger, hey, you're done. Like, we got to go home.
Leave it up to Kanye for that.
Yeah, exactly. You need to run up and grab the mic or do something like that. But no, it was pretty sweet to see.
Yeah.
Now, in better news is he actually walked around without a sleeve on his leg, which, I'm telling you, he's coming back. I don't know when he's coming back, but he's coming back. And I got a feeling he's going to win. So, we'll see what happens with that. But very excited to see that in that regard. Who in here does not think he's coming back? Let's just find all the haters real quick. Who thinks Tiger Woods not going to be playing golf again? Anyone? Don't bet against that guy. Smart crowd. This is a smart crowd, everybody. That's all I'm going to say. Smart crowd. All right. In further news, this is actually hurting my waistline as opposed to helping. I've been working out a lot lately, but man, the Girl Scouts are killing me. All right. Listen, the Girl Scouts, it's like my house is marked, people. Like they're coming by in waves. Different girls, coming up. Hey, I'm with the Girl Scouts. Would you like to buy cookies? And of course, I'm going to say no. And then once I bought from 3, am I going to say no to the 4th one that comes by? But I will say frozen Thin Mints. Oh, that's my one treat a week that I cannot get enough of. By the way, what's your cookie of choice, your Girl Scout cookie choice? What's that, Jolly?
When you say 3 or 4, you mean boxes, right? Like that.
Yes, usually. In fact, that picture that I just showed was actually after I'd eaten 4 or 5 that my daughter brought me. And they brought me 6, 7 or 8, and I took a bunch of them. And I'm like, I got to take a picture before I pile through these things. But all right, so what's your cookie of choice?
The Samoas, but then I take marshmallow fluff and I put it in between 2 Samoas and I eat that.
Dirty man.
That may be one of the best tricks right there that I've heard of.
Diabetes take the wheel.
See, it would be you that would say that the Girl Scout cookie itself is not enough. We got to add some marshmallow fluff to this thing to really make it good.
Moderation's for cowards. Absolutely, it's not enough.
You can't squat 1,000 pounds by not doing that. Come on, man.
Well, I guess if you can squat 1,000 pounds, you can do whatever the hell you want. That's kind of how that works.
All about performance. It's all about
Hayden.
performance.
Hayden, by the way, how much you squatting these days? What's your?
Not much. It's I'm doing it all back up.
Hey, Trey, ask me how much I squatted on Sunday. Ask me.
Yeah, Bane, what did you
I'm
squat
gonna
on
assume
Sunday?
it's 4 digits after I saw a video you posted, which I immediately was like, yeah, maybe that was a little forward. Maybe that was a little aggressive when I said that in the chat.
I'm just saying, you're gonna come at the king. You better come correct.
Yeah, I guess
That's
so.
right. It was 4 digits. Bane, what was the total that you squatted the other day?
So we actually we misloaded it. We thought it was 1,003. It was 1,019.
1,019. Yeah,
Let's go.
4 digits and only 1 0. That's not bad. Pretty good.
I got
pretty
2
legit.
balls.
Pretty legit. All right. Okay.
I'm doing the same. The four digits. Those 3 zeros are at the front.
Or decimals. Yeah, we got decimal point in there somewhere.
Behind the decimal.
That's right. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can't wait. Bane, listen, I want to see that in person one day. I'm sure we all do. Like, I want to go and see that. By the way, Scott wants
how's your knee doing?
love you.
Come to Lombard, Illinois in June. It'll happen.
Robert, we do it differently. We'll stack up as many street crew members on the back of you, and then that's it. How many street crew members?
How much weight is there like on a small car? What does a small car weigh? 1,500 pounds? 1,000 pounds?
I think we've done the car deadlift. It's got an apparatus for it, and like you basically
of course there is.
Or the engine side. I prefer to the engine side because it's heavier.
Yeah, you do.
But I think the equivalent it's around 900 pounds, but like the range of motion is very, very small.
Nice.
Is an apparatus that Nick is talking about. They use for World's Strongest Man. They called it the stadium press, where you have like what looks like stadium seating, fit like 6 to 8 people, and someone squats that.
Yeah. Everybody, welcome Nico Brown to the show. Nico, who's got a new job. Congratulations, my friend.
Congrats.
Very, very exciting. And you're on mute, I think. Uh-oh. No, he's not on mute. We got no volume. All right, so work on that while we'll get you back in just a minute.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
so see you, Raquel. Ooh, Aaron, you're in. Aaron, check this out.
Hey,
Raquel's
Aaron.
leaving.
Bye, Raquel.
The
We want to
excitement.
watch the first run.
That would have been fun to see that going down the hill. I don't know. I mean, she seemed a little distracted by the weather. But Aaron, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great. Nico, you got your volume up yet? No, not yet, man. Keep it.
Aaron was the one hater on Tiger Woods, by the way.
Who?
Aaron was.
Oh, was she in the comments? Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Well, he's coming back, Aaron. I'm just going to tell him. You're going to be the first person I call when he wins again. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that out and do that. All right. We've had some good things happen around the house, folks. So we got the laundry room and the other room completely finished. Very excited. So we got the new laundry area. We got the countertop to fold the clothes. And we got the bench here for this area here. So very excited about that. But let me tell you what I'm not excited about, folks. Before, we used to have the washer and dryer sitting right here. It was very tight. I understood there was no trash can. We'd have lint. We'd have a dryer sheet, all that kind of stuff laying around. So with this one, I bought my wife a trash can. Folks, look what happened. I'm not happy about this.
Wow.
Not like it's almost touching the trash can. It's like I don't know what else to do about that. You know what I'm saying?
Stereotypes, we would have assumed that was you that missed.
No, I don't touch the laundry when it comes out of the dryer, Aiden. So thankful to my wife. She does it. I can't complain too much, but I'm like, it's right there. It's right there. And as you can see, it's got a little foot presser, so you don't have to bend over that far to open the thing up. It's just so easy. So we got to work on that for
Maybe
sure.
it just floated out when she was passing by with a basket full of your clothes.
Aaron, you would give her the benefit of the doubt. I should probably do that too.
Love it.
I should probably do that too.
Savage.
But anyways. Also, I'm about to show you guys some pictures because today, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but today is the 17-year anniversary of my dad passing away. And so I can't believe it's been that long. And so I was going through some pictures recently and I found a bunch of them. But before I show you those pictures, I got to show you these pictures because I think you guys might get a little laugh of younger Trey Griggs. This right here is me calling basketball games in college with my boy Todd Palmer, who still works in sports news in Kansas City. A good friend of mine back then. But yeah, look at how I used to wear glasses, everybody. And then I got LASIK. So
It's like Daniel Radcliffe.
Pretty legit.
Strapping young man.
Strapping. Look, I mean, you can see how skinny I was through the shirt. Good.
I was going to say ripped, but.
Okay, Trey. My husband and I were watching Dances with Wolves last night. Totally you. Have you gotten that, Kevin?
Oh, really? No, I haven't gotten that before. Now, when I was a teacher, I used to get Ben Stiller a lot because I made a lot of funny faces and jokes. I got the Ben Stiller one, but
I can see that.
That funny? Yeah, that's funny. And then this is I've got two. I've got my niece and nephew that are now 22 and 20 years old, but that was way back in the day. This was 2002, 2003, something like that. So
I'm really glad you grew out the beard.
Yeah, it helps a little bit, little gray, but anyway,
you look like a outcast from a boy band. That face right there.
I want it that way.
I probably wanted to be in a boy band back then as well, and I'm not going to lie about that. I probably wouldn't have mind that at all. But that's how it goes. Okay, all right, folks. I got to share with you some really cool pictures. So again, my dad passed away unfortunately at the age of 60, way too early. And it's been 17 years. It's just hard to believe. It's absolutely crazy. But I want to show some pictures real quick from that time period. So this is my dad back when he was a little kind of getting sick. This is my mom and dad back when they were married, back before I was born. I found that picture and I was like, oh my gosh. My mom used to always say that my dad was a good looking guy who could dance. And now I can kind of see it, because my memory of my dad was not that he was like a good looking guy, but that he was a tyrant, because he's my dad. So that's my memory of him. He always wanted to be a cowboy. So you can see the cowboy hat. And my aunt bought me this plaque, or got me this plaque made of him, so that I could have that's up on my shelf right now with a picture of him, which is really cool. A couple more pictures, folks, but thanks for letting me have the time. Check out some of these pictures of him and I back in the day. Oh my gosh, in this full suit. This is me when I was a newborn back in the day. He did take me to see Boss Hogg.
Oh my gosh.
He did take me to see Boss Hogg at a trucking show, everybody. And but what you don't see in this picture is that nearby was also Morgana. Does anybody know who Morgana was back in the day? Justin, you know who that was? Morgana. She was the kissing bandit. She was like a double
Lakers
D.
game.
She would go to games and run on the field and go kiss an athlete and get arrested, right? Well, she was at the show as well. And I think my dad went
She
to
bench
see
pressed
her.
a lot.
She might have bench pressed a lot. So my dad probably went to see her, and I got to see Boss Hogg, which at that time was pretty cool. So I like that. This is at my sister's wedding. My sister's 13 years older than me. So when she got married, I was I think 5 or 6. And then my dad loved racing. So of course we had the race car set, it's kind of how it worked. Look at that smile. Look at the cheesy smile. Oh my gosh. And then lastly, some family pictures. And what's interesting is that I'd never, my parents divorced when I was 7. Rhonda, you might appreciate this especially, but my parents divorced when I was 7. So growing up, I didn't have a lot of pictures of my family, because back then we didn't take a lot of pictures, right? And so I didn't have a lot of them. I actually found these pictures, and it was really cool to actually kind of pull them up and see them again. So this is like one of the first family pictures of my dad with my sister, and she had her Brownies uniform on, and me with my mom, and all of us again. And this was our church picture, the old Olin Mills picture from church. And this is a picture of my sister and myself back when I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore at that time in high school. But it was pretty neat to see some of these pictures and to think about, my dad and you have a lot of time to reflect. And when I was growing up, I couldn't stand my dad. It was, like most sons, like it just felt like I was being driven too hard and all that kind of stuff. But I look back on it now, and he was an incredible single dad. He came home every day from driving a straight truck around Kansas City and cooked me a warm meal. Every day. I don't know too many single dads who would do that. And so, much love to Glenn Wilson Griggs Jr., my dad, who passed away back in 2005 at the age of 60. Would have been 77 now. Pretty crazy. Well, okay, that's emotional enough. Let's move on, and then we'll talk about our man Chris Jolly. I know, single tear. Thank you, Bane. Appreciate that. All right, also, Tough Mudders coming up, folks. Hayden's on the team. My boy Hayden signed up. He's on the team. If you want to participate to this, simply just go to betaconsultinggroup.com, check on the events tab, And then you can learn more about the Tough Mudder coming up April 30th. It's going to be a great weekend. By the way, Bane, is Nikki signing up? What's up? Did she sign up?
She is. Yes, she is.
Nice. That's going to be awesome. We're going to have a phenomenal team. That's going to be a good time. Also, a little update. We have reached $1,200 in money raised so far. So we got a long ways to go, but we're off to a good start. And so if you'd like to contribute to Battle Buddy 3 Gun, an incredible organization that helps wounded veterans have some community and have a sense of belonging, please do so. Go to betaconsultinggroup.com/events and click on the donate page to donate. We definitely need people to jump in and help us out with that. So if you got a company, think about donating individually. Really appreciate all of that. And with that said, we're going to close it on This Week in Pictures. Thanks for letting me go. There's our update right there, which I was going to share. We're going to go ahead and close that out. And we're going to change gears a little bit. So Chris Jolly.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
A lot of stuff is going on.
Dude, you got some new things in the works here, my friend. Tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on. So first of all, the Freight Coach is going well.
Yes.
Your podcasts are fire. They're so good. Your episodes are good. You got the Coach's Corner live, which last week's episode was killer. Anybody wants to know. So go check that one out. And then now you got something new. Tell us about what's new, man.
Yeah. So I was brought into a company here called BrokerCarrier.com, and I was brought in. We started talking in early January, and my business partner and I, he indirectly, so like the shirt that I'm wearing, Unicron Logistics, they're my former employer. I work for them up in Reno. And this guy actually built our carrier packet because my buddy who started Unicron wanted a digital packet a couple years ago, and he didn't want to like pay an absorbent amount for it because it was only like 3 of us. But he knew that we were spending a ton of time sending packets back and forth between our carriers. So we got that set up on our website and everything. And then this guy, Kyle Provost is his name. He's my business partner in this. He's former military. And he like took all of this and he was like, did a ton of research. And he's like, wait, so there's only really 1 or 2 competitors in this space. So I've been advising him for the last couple of years on like what's important to freight brokers and what we need. And he, at the beginning of this year, he's like, hey, I want to bring you in as a partner on this. So it's, long story short, it's a digital carrier packet, but we eliminated the packet. Now you just send out a link to carriers, links directly. And then from there, it's more of the long-term vision of this and the rollout of this is it's a broker or carrier sales operations optimization tool. Now, like I preach about all the time, core carrier base. You got to reach out, you got to reach out to those carriers who've hauled freight for you in the past. Where do you go though? Normally you go into your TMS, you pull the carrier code for 5 different carriers, then you go into your carrier tab and then you pull out their information and reach out to them directly, or you use an Excel spreadsheet for all of that. Well, in our system now, it actually extracts all that data for you and it creates a list that you can do a 1 email notification to all 10 or all 15 of your carriers directly who've hauled those lanes for you in the past. And then on top of that, any carrier you have set up and active in that has been set up on BrokerCarrier.com, within a 50-mile radius of the shipper or receiver that matches that equipment type that is required for that load, it will automatically notify them as well. So our thing was to bring something to optimize the desk level. Who's out more carriers. I want to book the same carriers over and over again, but there hasn't really been a lot of tools that are out there for it. Well, we're taking that from the startup process. We've streamlined that where your carriers can literally get set up with you in less than 5 minutes now. And we've put security steps in there to where they can't get set up if all the documentation's not there. So there's no loopholes that can happen. We're about finished with our API. So we will start integration processes with multiple TMSs and load boards alike. So we can get this out there because we're all about streamlining your operation. As a carrier sales rep, we got to focus on building relationships, right? Not just posting loads. And we got to keep our carriers off the spot market. So this tool is designed for that in the long term. And, one added benefit of that is all of our paying clients, we're going to be doing a monthly mastermind session where I'm going to be working directly with our clients as a group on carrier sales and customer sales because we want to help grow your business. It's not just about you signing up. I want to see freight brokerages, the small startups, up to the enterprise level, large brokers. I want to see you guys level up, and I'm going to work with you guys on a once a month in a group setting, kind of like what we're doing here on Word on the Street.
Awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And second of all, you're in the midst of people who would potentially use this. So I'm sure there's questions. I'm sure there's critiques. I want to know, does it integrate with TMS systems yet? Is it something that can be, a part of the tech stack in terms of integration?
Yeah, absolutely. Our API is going to be fit. It's probably going to, knock on wood, supposed to be done in the next couple of days, but I'm not going to sit here and promise.
Which means
anything.
May. It'll be good in May.
No. It's good to go. We're running testing on it right now.
Tech works, right?
Yeah, it's already fully functional. We're just working through all the bugs because we want an API that is going to benefit everybody, not just have to jump through hoops. And then, because that's like the big holdup with a lot of it, our API doesn't match up with somebody else's, and then you got to work through the bugs to fix all of that. We're going balls to the wall right away, so it's going to be essentially plug and play with multiple TMS providers. Yeah,
that's exciting, man. Well, congratulations on that, and for telling us all about it. It's pretty neat to see people just continuing to grow. That's like the next step in the evolution of the freight coach.
Do you have anything with LTL?
To get LTL carrier set up or onboarded, or
any, like, is your program strictly for full truck, or is it for, like, do you have options for LTL?
I mean, it's just any carrier who you're going to get set up with you, Aaron. Are you an independent agent with still?
Myself.
Or did you have, okay, so you're doing your own thing. And now who's your TMS provider?
I don't have one.
You don't have a TMS?
No, I did, and then I fired them.
We got to, okay.
I would not want to have been on that call right there.
API.
Weird. To introduce you, they have some cool tools and features inside of that, and then nothing's certain yet, but they would be a potential API integration with ours. And yes, in theory, it will work for any carrier that you set up in your system, and it'll start tracking their load data as well.
And there's some great guys too. Shout out to Mark Groves and Mike Schauffele and Wayne Hour. Good friends out of Kansas City, which is awesome. So,
Chris, you and I are going to have a conversation about API integrations.
Yeah,
yes,
let's do it.
Speaking of,
it's like an
product. I was going to say real quick, Bane, the product metaphor came out with Socket, right? That's the API hub. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very cool. Greg Roberts, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, doing great. I almost didn't even try a meeting go long. I almost didn't even try to jump on because there's always 10 people on. So I was surprised
Raquel is skiing, so she was at the ski resort. She actually came on. She went skiing. Nick's got dinner because it's later over there in Scotland. He's been working hard today, so it's kind of how it worked. And Diana couldn't get her find her headphones, so she was working and had to drop out. So you got lucky today. Nico, we got your volume yet?
Yes, I have volume.
Yes, there it is, man. Hey, congratulations on the new job. Very excited for you, man.
Thank you.
Where are you going to be working, Nico?
It's a company called Registrar out in Hampton, Virginia. They're an FDA registered agent, and they offer a multi-tiered, multi-faceted FDA compliance package. So I'll be a regulatory advisor there.
Nice.
Ooh. Congrats. We'll hope you get the chance to go to the headquarters. New Hampshire's beautiful, man.
Oh, no. Hampton, Virginia. Down by Virginia Beach.
I don't know what I was listening to.
Nice,
all right. Well, congrats anyways. But moving on. By the way, Greg, did you get your workout in today? I got my 3 miles in this morning.
No, right after this, I'm going down to the gym and getting my run in.
Love it. Awesome. Very good. Well, Chris, back to you, man. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah,
very excited for you.
you.
I'm glad that things are going well and that you're continuing to grow, and hopefully that product gains a lot of traction and move on with that. So
no, absolutely, man. And I just as a former carrier sales rep, I wanted to bring something that's going to help you guys elevate your operations at the end of the day, because a lot of the tools that are out there are geared toward opinion. With as a brokers I talk to, they all want to go from 10 to 20 million, whatever that looks like, and they all think the answer is I got to hire more sales reps. And I'm like, we got to scale out, guys, because if you're having freight now, your operations teams find that, and then from there, things like honestly, 90% of our day, anything, it should be made it, and then on what everybody preaches. relationships. Do that. It's not to replace anybody. It's to help. You know, if you want to do 5 minutes, my cell phone number. Yell me all you want.
All right, well, I'm going to pull a real quick and say, everybody check out BrokerCarrier.com and tell them that.
Look at that.
That's
Trey, I'd buy you a
way
bottle
right
of water since you don't drink anything else.
You know, I'll take a root beer or a chocolate shake if I'm on a cheat day.
What does Waterboy say? I'll take a scotch and water, hold the scotch.
Yeah.
Is that what it says in the movie?
Give the scotch to me. Give the scotch to me.
That's right. Coleman, what's up, buddy? How are you doing, man?
Good. I was not expecting to be able to make it in here today. I had a meeting that ran from 12 or 11 to 11:30, and I thought I'd hop on, but sounds like somebody got kicked out, maybe?
You and Greg are getting lucky today. I know. Well, we had a couple things happen. I mean, Raquel had to go skiing, so whatever. You know, she had to go hit the slopes and had a few things happen. So it worked out, man. Glad
With
glad
that
to see
luck,
you,
I'm going to go throw $10 on red and see what happens.
That's right. That's right. Buy yourself a lottery ticket today. You got a shot. That's for sure. So, hey, Hayden, I want to come to you for a second. So you're a tech guy, you know, working over and doing some tech work and in different places. What are your thoughts on new technologies that come out like BrokerCarrier that kind of add one more piece of technology to the landscape of freight tech? What are your thoughts on that?
I think having Chris's background on the carrier side and being able to relate to that brings more value to it. It seems like, and this is just my experience, a lot of tech companies out there don't come from this world. So a lot of it's kind of playing the telephone game, trying to build out a tech-first solution that they've heard about but can't necessarily personally relate to. Not always the case, but it seems a lot of the stuff out there seems to be more gimmicky and driven and cool in concept, but is it applicable and can it be executed in the manner it was originally designed for? I've got to imagine Chris's BrokerCarrier packet's going to be dialed in, going to be big beneficial for the brokers out there like trying to scale out.
See, y'all, Hayden's going to be a politician. You see that? That was a nice little nuanced, that was beautiful. That was well said.
We've also been chatting and I Venmo'd him. So
we got that. Yeah.
So he's definitely going to be a politician.
It's all good.
Greg Roberts.
Oh, that was classic. That's going to be a clip this week. I got to put that one out as a clip right there. So that's awesome. So good. So good. No, it's exciting. I mean, there's, you know, the thing about, you know, transportation technology right now is that, man, the landscape is wide open in so many different areas. You know, there's different things like this, you know, for carrier packets there, you know, Ryan Rogers just came out with Text Locate for you know, location updates, which you would think like there's like 5 or 6 really good apps that are out there that are tracking. But if a driver doesn't accept the tracking app, what do? Well, then you're making a phone call. And so there's a spot in there to make a track and trace specialist who's more, you know, who's on the phone, more efficient by using text messaging, because we all, you know, respond to text messages more than phone calls. Like there's just so many little places where there's opportunities for technology, and there's so much money right now. I don't know what's going to be next. I don't know what to see, but
like asset tracking and you know, the EDL to asset tracking space. Like I've gotten at least 15 requests this year to consult with people about that. Like investment
more asset-based tracking.
That.
Oh, there's Justin. I got Justin on the screen. You know, programming errors here, folks. It's amateur hour. I'm still getting used to StreamYard. I thought I was bringing Nico back, you know, with this, and then I put Justin up there. It's on his phone. My bad. But you know, right here. Yeah, I know there's a lot of companies that are starting to come out with tracking by the SKU, by the item. You know, putting these like one-time tracking devices on items or on boxes that are within a shipment, so you can know exactly where your package is or where your stuff is, even within a truck or on a cargo, you know, on the cargo ship or wherever it might be. So it's only going to become more granular, I think, is probably what's going to happen on the tracking side for sure. But pretty cool to see.
There's so much money going around in that space right now. I mean, what was it a month ago or whatever that Project 44 got $420 million round? Like, all of those companies that are solving that issue of where my stuff is at any given time, they're going to have a lot of money pumped into them.
And it's crazy to see how many like major banks are now players in the transportation space. I think that's the cool part, is you're starting to see a lot of mainstream players that are participating. But man, it's like anything else. At some point, these companies have to turn a profit. Right now, it's just the game of raise money, and everybody's celebrating that. Let me give a shout out to Steve Cox over at Steam Logistics, who, by the way, hasn't taken a penny. He says that's his claim. He's bootstrapped that thing. He's almost at $1 billion in revenue. Crazy numbers. Like that growth is absolutely ridiculous. So you don't have to do that, but certainly there's some money that will help you get there a little faster, which is pretty cool. See overall. All right, everybody, let's switch gears. I want to talk a little sports. All right, I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous. Coleman, listen, this Russell Wilson trade has me a little nervous. Guys, did you guys hear this? Russell Wilson is getting traded to the Denver Broncos from Seattle.
Being a Raiders fan, I can't wait for them to finish last in the division for the next 5 years at least. It's gonna be great.
Well, as long as they win it, I'm with you on that. I think that would be great. But you think about it, there's really 4 pretty solid quarterbacks in the AFC West now. You got, obviously Mahomes. You got Justin Herbert, who the team's not great. He may not be the greatest quarterback, but he's a pretty good leader, and he's helped the Raiders achieve things that most quarterbacks probably wouldn't have in that circumstance. So there's actually 4 pretty good quarterbacks that are going to be. It's going to be fun to watch because we play each other twice. So I'm excited about that to see what happens, but a little nervous because that guy tends to win a lot, and I'm not too excited about that. But a lot of moves are kind of happening, starting to happen. Free agency in Major League Baseball is starting up now, so that's going to be happening. And then, of course, I'm kind of excited about this year. I say kind of because I haven't actually followed this, but has anyone followed college basketball this year?
Outside of Duke losing.
Yeah, Duke did lose to North Carolina. Justin, what? No?
Yes. I live on college basketball. It's my favorite sport.
Nice.
Aaron, what was that response? Is that sarcasm?
Yes,
No,
I'm very happy that Duke lost. Sorry.
Savage.
In Coach K's last game at home, man, that's cruel. That's cool. You got to at least be happy,
But I loved it.
But
Yeah.
no, that was
Aaron was just a hater, like hating on Coach K, on Tiger, like
Aaron doesn't like the establishment. Aaron doesn't like the establishment. She likes the underdog. She's big on the underdog story. Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
My husband likes UNC, so I have to.
Well, there you go. That'll do it. No, I'm pretty excited because next week I'm going to be up in Portland, Oregon. So my brother-in-law turned 50, which is crazy to talk about because that means I'm getting close as well. But my brother-in-law turned 50, and what he wanted for his birthday was to go to March Madness out in Portland, Oregon. So next week, everybody, episode 98. By the way, we're so close. What are we going to do for episode 100, everybody? I don't know.
Wow.
I know. It's amazing. Can't believe we made it this long. But episode 98 coming up next week from Portland, Oregon. I'm pretty excited to actually watch some college basketball in person. That's actually going to be pretty enjoyable. But I don't know who's going to be playing out there. Selection Sunday is this Sunday. And we also have daylight savings coming up, which I'm pretty excited about as a golfer. I wish I would just leave it that way year round. Robert, how do you feel about it? Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Jolly, is this your first year here for this? Were we here? You were here, right?
I was there last year.
This is my 3rd summer here.
Yeah, it's a pain for us because we don't celebrate daylight. So it messes
I know you
up
guys have to change everything.
We don't celebrate it.
We don't really celebrate it either.
Yeah. Well, some people actually celebrate it. In my mind, I'm thinking.
I mean, I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say
observe is a better word.
Dispensary there.
Yeah, observe is probably a better word. Observe is probably a better word.
Sorry, I just had a dispensary and I perked up.
Yeah, I'm just excited because I can play golf till 9:30. That's all I care about. But there's no celebrating going on. There's nothing. In fact, the worst thing about it, my wife's on the other end. She doesn't care about the golf side of it. She's like, we're losing an hour of sleep on Saturday night, and we're having birthday parties at our house this week. So my youngest daughter turned 12, my oldest daughter turned 14, and they're doing a dual sleepover. I don't know why we agreed to this, but it's going down Saturday night, and we're losing an hour of sleep. So yes, thank you, Hayden. We're going to need all the help, all the prayers.
That's going to be a benefit for you because it's losing an hour of sleep, but they're going to still sleep in. So it's an hour less that you have that.
It actually makes getting to church harder. No, it's going to make it worse, Greg. I guarantee. Because now I've got 15 girls that need to get ready for church on one less hour of sleep, right, and a less hour of time to prep. I'm telling you, this is going to. If we get them, they're going to be rolling to church in their PJs this week. I'm just going to be like, get in the car. We're going.
Freight Caviar's in the audience.
Paul Bernard.
Paul, what's up, brother?
He's going to be a CIA. If anybody's on the fence, he's why you need to be there.
He's going to be there. Plus, he's going to be on Standing Out on Monday. He's my guest on Monday to talk about marketing from Ukraine or from Poland, actually. He's from Poland. Sorry, I always think Ukraine, but he's from Poland. So, Paul, thanks for joining, man. Happy Friday, buddy. Glad to see you there. And Scott Freight Sensei says he needs to knock out some of the one-on-ones. Okay, cool. Appreciate it, Scott. Thanks for joining. All right.
He's great. Honestly, Scott is awesome.
Scott's awesome. Paul's awesome. There's a lot of really great people that are putting themselves out there, and then we're creating just a continual network. It's just awesome, man. It's cool. It's good stuff. Really good stuff.
Well, you know what's interesting, Jolly, on your show? When was it? Yesterday? I feel like you're in my life every day. With Steve, you had Steve on. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, Steve Ferreira. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that. Like the group, the amount of us that are actually engaged and trying to make some of those changes. It's really just a drop in the bucket if you look at our industry on a whole, you know? So the more people that can step up and speak up and make those little changes, that's just going to benefit us.
It's interesting how COVID has almost like ignited that, accelerated that, because you see some people that are now putting themselves out there on social, making posts and getting themselves out there. Paul's one of those guys for sure. He's going to be at TIA. By the way, if you haven't signed up for TIA, April 6th through 9, it's going to be awesome. They're up to 1,100 attendees right now, and it's probably going to be closer to 1,400 or 1,500. It's going to be awesome. And it's in San Diego, and I got to say, listen, everybody, this is important. So I'm very excited because the 2017 and 2018 TIA championship team is back together again this year. I just want everybody to know that. And so we're looking to get our name back on the trophy. It's going to be lit out there on the golf course on Wednesday. Chris Jolly's not even coming because he knows he can't win. Like, he's not even coming till Wednesday night, because it's just not even going to be a chance. But the team is back together, everybody, and it's going to be glorious when I'm raising that trophy again. That's beautiful. I can't wait. So TI is going to be great. So if you haven't signed up, make sure you do that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Who from here is going? Anybody from here going? Yeah. Chris is going. Yeah. A couple people. Rhonda, you going to be there? You going to head over?
Possibly.
You should come over. If nothing else, come hang out. Yeah. Come on.
Greg,
Greg, let's go.
I think we've got some other people going that week.
Greg's got to do his hair, everybody. That's what he
got to do my hair. No, we've got some other people going for that event, I believe.
So you'll be Mattson will be there, but
I believe so. Yeah,
will not be represented. Okay, cool. Hey, if you're going to TIA in the comments, throw something in there. Paul, looking forward to see Paul. We've met in person, so I got to be on Paul's podcast. He did a podcast. I don't even know if he's still doing it. Called "The Most Interesting People in Freight," and I think he was desperate because he asked me to be on the podcast. So went on there. It was pretty cool. But I will say this: I gave Paul a little tip. Paul, if you remember this or not, make sure you bring your pillow to TIA when you travel. Everybody, throw your pillow in the suitcase. It makes a difference.
Wow.
If you can sleep good, you can live well. I'm telling you, that's the way to do it. So anyway, Corey wants to know if I'm going to challenge Robert Bain to a living. Corey. Corey, wait till you see us next to each other. That's all I'm going to say. Just wait.
Go pull that picture from the restaurant in Vegas.
I should pull that picture real quick.
Comical.
Robert, what's your height and weight?
What's up?
What's your height and weight?
I'm 5'8", and this morning I was 261.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, Hayden, you weren't in on this. Give us the weight. Take a guess. The difference in weight.
Oh yeah, Hayden. So we did a little competition of the difference between 200 Robert and I on weight.
Because let's say 260. Probably
200. He's 260 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. That's
I think there's about a 90-pound difference.
You ain't fucking about with that guy.
That's actually pretty close.
What are you showing? Is everybody looking at that? I can't see it. What are you guys looking at? You don't see it over there? Fuck me. Brain fart.
No, I know it's here. I just got to hang on. It's coming. Where's it at?
From Vegas. It's from January. Looking through.
I'll just do the easy cop out, Robert.
It's from January. It was the one before. I was looking at the wrong one.
Your range of motion.
Everybody wants a studio
or gravity's lower, so obviously you're going to be able to lift more than me,
Hey, whatever excuse you go ahead.
All right, so this is not. It almost looks somewhat normal. I need to find the other picture real quick. If I do, I'll pull it back in. But
the other one you can clearly
see the hands. You can tell.
Yeah, look at the hands. Look at the hands. This is the guy who lifts a lot of weight. This is a guy who doesn't. So that's the difference. But we're about the same height. So I'll have to try to find the other one. There was another one from Chicago. What's the name of your town, Bain?
It would have been in Rosemont or
Rosemont.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. I got it. Okay. All right. So Corey, check this out. So let me go ahead and share this real quick. Corey, this is just, and this if we started really, you were just recovering from your bicep injury, I think.
I was.
So you
was 21. Yeah, like the.
Yeah, you were back in.
Year training hadn't really started yet. It was really just kind of started.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, there's a substantial, look at these legs. These legs are not lifting more than like 150, 200 on a squat. I mean, let's just be honest. It's just not going beyond that. That's just the way it is. So, I appreciate Corey, the thought that I could even potentially challenge Robert, but there's no chance. There's no chance. In fact, I think that Robert could probably put 4 of us stacked on top of each other, and then he could squat us easily.
I was going to say, Trey, if you're not connected with Corey Albers, you should, man. He's been through a massive transformation over the last. Okay, good.
Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, I'm trying to get him on my show. Corey, come up, getting out. Yeah, I'm going to be on the show.
What he's done, him and his wife, what they've done to completely transform their lives.
Yes.
Houses.
Corey, send us a picture of that. He actually sent me some pictures. I probably can pull them
fucking jacked now, bro. Like he's fucking jacked.
Yeah. You know what? I have
juicy as fuck.
Where's this, Corey? Come on. He sent me some pictures, dude. I'm gonna see if I can show these real quick. Holy moly. Yeah, pretty amazing.
Fucking amazing.
All right, here we go.
We got pictures are circulating around here, huh?
Well, there are pictures circulating.
It's Trey's grinder account.
What?
Nothing. Don't look that up either, Trey.
Don't.
That's
where I met Bane.
All right. Okay, so here's, I don't know if you guys can see these pictures or not. These are linked, but you can see here so this was him, and then you can see the difference, and now look at his arms. So make you see them. Yeah, absolutely, Jack. So Corey, congratulations, man. Well done. Well done. Pretty impressive. I, on the other hand, I just went from being, fat to being somewhat skinny. I didn't add much muscle. So, kudos to Corey. I'm gonna need some help with that. Greg, show us some pictures. Yeah, send us definitely in a Speedo. I would love to see you in a Speedo. No, what? No, you're not.
Different Greg.
Different Greg.
No, not you, Greg. Not Greg.
I was like, Greg Roberts has an OnlyFans?
Greg.
I was a swimmer. Account, I was a swimmer through college, so I have them, which is why it was oddly specific. But
little confusing. That's all right. Oh, it's so funny. I can't believe people are still watching. We're like 50 minutes in the show, and they're, kudos to Greg and Corey.
It went off the rails a while ago.
I know. It's all right. That's how it goes. No, it's all good. Appreciate you guys watching along today. So, no, but Corey, seriously, man, I want to have you on the show. I know it's been a wild ride, man. I can't wait to hear the story. So let's get you on Standing Out. Maybe get you here on Word on the Street as well. Come into the studio. That'd be great. Have you guys jump in and participate, which is awesome. So cool. All right. So let's change gears for one moment here. We got to talk about this, what's going on with the Russia-Ukraine situation. We're going to close on this today. It is amazing that Ukraine is still in this fight. Like, it's amazing. Like I would almost even say miraculous in some cases. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard too many other stories lately of what's going on, but it's really kind of crazy the will that the Ukrainians have and the lack of will that it seems like the Russian soldiers have. It's almost like something out of a novel, like a book, not actual real life of what's happening. I mean, I can't believe how many Russians are laying down their arms and not fighting, or their equipment sold, the logistics are so bad. And I heard a quote. Who is it that said someone in general said that wars are won and lost based on logistics, which is incredibly true. Like if you can't get fuel, if you can't get food, if you can't sustain your army, your military, you don't have much of a chance. But yet, the thing that's killing me is that Russia keeps bombing civilian locations, and the world's doing nothing. Like I get NATO, I understand that there's some nuances there, but how in the world can one country bomb civilians in another country and the rest of the world does nothing? Like, isn't there a line across at some point where, like, screw NATO? Like, this is a humanitarian problem. That's my feeling. I don't know, what you guys think about that, but it's just nuts that Ukraine is still in this fight.
I agree. It's absolutely insane that stuff happens, but I mean, it's been happening for years and years and years and years across different countries. It's just stuff that hasn't been necessarily, I guess, publicized to all of us in the Western side of the world of, hey, this is what's going on. So it's just a crazy situation. And to your point too, Trey, I haven't been following it enough as I should, but I'm curious to see what the different media sides of things are saying. Okay, Russia's winning, Ukraine's winning, or what exactly is actually happening out there. Goes back to the whole media thing that we've talked about a number of times. Kind of depends on
how can you trust the sources, how do you know what's actually happening, all that kind of stuff. And what do you think? I know I can just tell you want to say something.
He was ready.
What I just can't understand is how people public don't they know we're in a pandemic? Weird. We haven't seen the science.
You were going to go there. Yeah.
Like,
this is not safe.
No, I mean we haven't heard from Dr. Fauci in weeks. What's going on with him? I need
Hey, listen.
to know what Papa
Let's
Fauci
talk about that for a minute, because I'm going to Oregon, and I just heard from my good friend who was staying with Ryan Johnson up there that they're lifting the mask mandates in Oregon. And I'm thinking
because elections are coming
just
up.
now.
Yeah, the midterm
Exactly.
variant is running rampant.
I told him, I said, man, I haven't worn a mask in over a year. What? Like,
who called this? That it was to be ready right around Memorial Day. God, who?
Yeah, we can run the tapes.
Oh yeah,
we can run the tapes.
We need to go back, although it's about a month and a half early. But you were absolutely right about that. You know,
but I'm saying
kind of what's going down.
The Medical Transportation Administration said going to extend their mask mandate for planes till roughly mid-April. Why? Everything should be about.
Nothing else is. How can you watch the Super Bowl in San Diego, California, with 85,000 no masks, and then think they're getting on a plane?
Yeah, that was all rich people.
Yeah,
they don't get it.
Exactly.
It's just nuts. I still can't believe that that you have to wear masks to get on a plane with the filtration systems that they have and all that. If you can go into an auditorium, like I'm going to go watch March Madness, no mask, right? good call, Chris. Good call. But it's really crazy. But you're right. The soldiers aren't wearing masks. It's very dangerous over there.
We're way overthinking this Russia thing. We have to remember about the Megatron variant.
It's really amazing how, like, I don't know your world, but in my world, it's like completely gone. Nobody's really nobody's saying anything. Like, it is like gone. It's just I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. But so back to Russia and Ukraine. Like, where do you guys think this thing lands? Where do you think this thing really ends? What's going to be the end goal? I know what Russia's end goal is. It seems like they want to just reunify the USSR, a piece at a time. But what do you think is the real end goal? What's going to happen here?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Here, go ahead, Chris. You go. You take this one.
No, I don't know. I truly don't know. It's like like I had said the day that it, because I did, my live show the day that they fucking bombed, and started this shit. I literally, the innocent people in Ukraine and Russia are the ones I'm concerned about. Yeah. I'm so sick and tired of fucking these elite motherfuckers sending us, the working class, to go fight these fucking battles to pad their pockets. Like I saw, I'll read this out there. Take it for what you want. This is somebody who I follow out there. This might shock some people. This is their statement. But you can believe Ukraine is corrupt. Putin is a madman. Biden is corrupt. The innocent people of Ukraine deserve peace, and America should not get involved in this. And that's something that, because again, it's like, I don't know the right answer. I'm not a war expert. And all these people who switch from fucking COVID experts to now they're, war experts, like, shut the fuck up. Like, we the people, the innocent, and this is for everybody in the world. It's not just America. The 99% of the people who just want to fucking do the right thing, provide for their family, and be left alone, we are the ones who are getting sent out to this. And I'm passionate about this because my son is 10 years old. In 8 years from now, some fucking real shit might be happening. And if
my daughter's in it right now.
Yeah. And if I don't fucking stand up for my son right now, who the fuck's going to? You know what I mean?
My daughter's in Army intelligence. She works directly with the NSA. Can't tell me anything that she does. I know it has to do with something over there right now, but like when stuff goes off the rails, it starts getting me really, really, really nervous because she could get pulled. And so because of some idiot's decision to do something stupid halfway across the world, and now, it can put my daughter's life at risk for it. I mean, it's scary.
Like I said yesterday on my live show, man, I believe about protecting America and America's interests first and foremost. Okay. I don't want anybody to die. I don't want anybody to happen. But the reality is there's some fucking people that are trying to intentionally make a lot of our lives very fucking miserable. And I'm sick and tired of seeing this shit happen. That's, at the end of the day. And that's we're not immune to it as a country. Okay. No. We're not immune to it at all. And I fucking despise it. You know, like enough's enough. Like it's literally, in my opinion, it's the real life Hunger Games. It's the real life.
It feels
Hunger
that way,
Games.
doesn't it?
We are
And
watching people get fucking killed on our cell phones now. And people are celebrating this shit and saying like, you know, oh, we should send our troops. Motherfucker, Ukraine said we'll take anybody. Fucking get on a plane and go over there and fight if you want to fucking fight. Don't send our troops to go do it. If you're that passionate about it, get on a fucking plane and go fight.
Well, I'm a pacifist, so I don't know if I really want to.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, I saw a funny tweet out there. We should send all the unvaccinated to go fight.
They got fired already.
I know. You fucking kicked them out of the army. Remember? Fucking dumbasses, man.
This is the Chris Jolly Hour, everybody. I love it. I had to spotlight you, man, because I know.
I'm just so sick and tired of people trying to play God and send other people to die.
It's
for their
so
own
sad
best
to see. But
interests.
that goes back
disgusting.
to my question. At what point do countries at least step in and just put a stop to it? Because if nobody steps in, I don't think this is going to end unless one side wins. And I mean, Ukraine might win or Putin might keep going. It's going to continue to be chaos, but all these innocent people are the ones that are suffering. It's like, you know,
I got to go as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't mean
no, it's good, guys. Thanks so much for joining the show.
Take care, guys.
We'll end it on a high note with that for sure. But we're glad that you guys were on the show.
I just want everybody to live a fucking prosperous life. All right. At the end of the day, I want us all to be able to do what we can do and live a free fucking life. Fuck those 1% elite fucks. Sorry. That's
peace and love, right?
I love you guys. Exactly. Peace and love. Coleman's got a more PC way of saying it than I do.
Everybody.
If there were any explicit warnings on the show, Chris just blew them all up.
Yeah.
So no worries about that. But hey, make sure you guys come back next week for episode 98 of The Word on the Street, powered by Beta Consulting Group, live from Portland, Oregon. Hayden, thanks for joining the show, man. Appreciate having you on. And look, the last two standing, Greg and Coleman, came in last and made it last. And for everybody watching, those that participated in the comments, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week. Everybody have a killer weekend. We'll see you guys.